When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches.
The moment Shannon Sharpe calmly started breaking down Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s finances, something shifted in the air. The money image, once untouchable, once larger than life, suddenly didn't feel as solid anymore. Because for years, Floyd didn't just build wealth. He built an illusion of endless wealth. Private jets, luxury watches, stacks of cash displayed like props in a movie scene. But now, behind that perfectly crafted image, a different question is starting to echo louder than ever. Is Floyd still as financially untouchable as he claims? Or has the empire quietly entered survival mode? And if the king of cash is still stepping into exhibitions at this stage, is it really for legacy? Or something much deeper?
Financial straits. You know, he was very flamboyant and flashy with a lot of his money, and it almost seemed like impossible, even if he lost a lot of it. How can he actually go broke? Well, I know he lost $8 million on a house in Vegas, $54 million in loans. Another house of his just got foreclosed on. What? He sold his plane. Logan Paul says he owes him like $1.2 million. He also owes Dubai royalty money. He's underwater with the IRS. He's not going to garner a lot of sympathy from people because of the way he acted and the way he carried himself. But it's wild to think when you make that much money, it can...
For a long time, people believed the money nickname was permanent, like it came with a lifetime guarantee.
No expiración, no decline.
But now, it's starting to feel different. Almost like a subscription that might be overdue. And what makes this moment uncomfortable isn't just the rumors, it's the pattern. The same whispers, repeated across podcasts, locker rooms, and interviews. Different voices, same message. And for the first time, those voices don't sound like critics trying to tear him down. They sound like people who are starting to see through the cracks.
When it comes to Floyd Mayweather, I told you he was broke. Y'all got so mad at me because it's like, how could somebody actually broke talk about a man who's broke and he got more money than you? Look at all those fake Birkins he buys his girlfriends. Well, listen, here's the thing. Now, I told you them Birkins was fake. First of all, you cannot go buy 20 Birkins at once that are all the same size. You do know that, right? I couldn't even say the name at first. Remember I used to call it a Herm's bag? And then they started picking at me and I was like, it's Herm. Because I'm just not into buying things to be noticed.
Because let's be honest, the image Floyd built was bulletproof. It wasn't just about money. It was about dominance. About control. About making the world believe that he wasn't just rich, he was untouchable. The kind of man who could burn money and still have enough left to buy the entire building he was standing in. Every post, every appearance, every flex, it all reinforced the same idea. But now, that same image is being re-examined. And when people start looking closer, they begin to separate reality from performance.
The Mayweather's broke right now. His spending has gotten so out of control that this is why he's coming back again.
Oh, absolutely. But I've been knowing that.
Oh, you've known that?
Of course.
Explain.
Of course. Huh?
Explain.
Well, I mean, even in all those expeditions that he's been doing, Floyd was doing shows for $26,000. You know, when Floyd fought Shane Mosley, I called Floyd and I was like, one of the casinos want to give you $150,000 for a 15-minute walkthrough. And they said they'll give me $30,000 to walk.
And then the stories started getting louder. Quiet conversations turning into public discussions. Claims that his spending had reached levels that even massive earnings couldn't sustain. That the exhibitions we see today aren't just optional anymore, they're necessary. That the same man who once rejected easy money offers without hesitation is now constantly appearing in global exhibitions. And that contrast is what's making people pause. Because when behavior changes, it usually means something behind the scenes has changed too.
Do a deal with me. But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company for speaking bad about my company. I'm not a liar. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. I worked hard to build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
What made it even more impactful is how Shannon Sharpe approached it.
No shouting.
No drama. Just calm analysis. Connecting dots one by one. And that's what made it dangerous. Because when someone calmly lays out a pattern, it's harder to ignore. Suddenly, the conversation isn't about how much Floyd made anymore. Everyone knows that part. The real question becomes far more uncomfortable. How much of it is actually still there?
First of all, his manager ran off with all of his money. He's suing Showtime for giving the manager his money. Over $300 million. This man made over $1 billion in his lifetime, okay? It was reported just a few days ago that he has a tax lien for about $7.3 million, okay? Federal tax liens, okay, filed in 2018 and in 2023. So these are unpaid past taxes, all right? I guess the skating rink and the strip club ain't bringing in money like that. Neither is his boxing career because apparently, you know, his ex-manager took it all. And let's not forget, back in 2017, okay, a year before that, he owed about $22.2 million. But his manager, Al Heyman, took care of that at the time.
And once that question is asked, everything starts to look different. The exhibitions no longer feel like fun side events. They feel scheduled, necessary, frequent. The travel from Dubai to Japan to Nigeria doesn't look like global dominance anymore. It looks like someone chasing opportunities across time zones. Even the opponents raise questions. When a legendary undefeated fighter starts facing influencers and non-elite names, people stop asking why would he do this? And start asking what does this mean?
Exact words were, quote, "It's an exhibition, so we're both winners. We just want to go out there, entertain the people, put on a good show." When he said that from where I was sitting, he kind of gave away the fact that he really doesn't want to risk the record, right? That kind of gives it away. How do you feel about that? You're a respectful guy, but as a fighter, how do you feel about that position he's taking?
As a fighter, I'm a fighter and I respect everyone. I mean, opinion, I respect everyone's decision. But I hope that, and on that decision, announcement of Floyd Mayweather, he will, what he signed is a real fight, so he should fulfill his commitment.
Because Floyd's lifestyle was never designed to slow down. It was designed to grow endlessly. Multiple mansions, fleets of luxury cars, constant high-end spending. But here's the reality most people ignore. This kind of lifestyle doesn't just cost money once. It consumes money every single day. Maintenance, taxes, staff travel, it never stops. And when your lifestyle becomes a machine, that machine needs constant fuel. Without it, things start to break.
He's running around with one of my guys, Link, from Memphis, and he's doing parties for $26,000, $30,000. So when I see him doing that, I'm like, Floyd doing a party for $25,000, $30,000? Something wrong with that. And this was like 6 years ago.
I mean, look, Mayweather broke is not our version of broke, right? Me and you being broke means we're really broke. Mayweather broke means that, okay, he may have to sell off one of his homes. He may have to sell off a few watches.
Well, they saying in New York, the guy that he was getting an apartment from is suing him.
That's where the pattern becomes harder to ignore. Reports of lawsuits, old tax issues resurfacing, unpaid deals, business ventures that raise eyebrows. Individually, each issue can be explained, but together, they start forming a story. Even fighters like Amir Khan have stepped in and questioned Floyd's motives, suggesting that some of his moves may be financially driven. And when someone from inside the boxing world raises concerns, it hits differently, because they understand the game better than anyone watching from the outside.
Money has he made from boxing? There's a staggering number that he's earned an estimated $1.1 billion in his career from boxing. Like, the idea that Floyd could ever be broke just sounds absolutely ludicrous. Because no matter what habits you have, like, you know, some people, there's people that says, yo, if you give them $5-10 million, they can never spend that money throughout their lifetime. Now, usually the real truth with whatever amount, just name an amount, is
at the same time, the comparison becomes unavoidable. Fighters like Canelo Alvarez represent a completely different blueprint. Structured fights, long-term investments, controlled growth, less flash, more foundation. It's not about who has more money, it's about whose wealth looks stable. And right now, Floyd's wealth doesn't look stable. It looks active. It looks busy. And in the financial world, busy can sometimes be a warning sign.
About Mayweather, I'm telling myself, how are we in this place right now? You should have had good people around you, making good decisions for you, so your money wouldn't look funny at this age. There should be no reason why at this moment of your life, you are doing these boxing exhibitions. It's unnecessary, man. Mayweather's one of the best defense fighters. He on his come up, he was knocking people out. Money Mayweather, man, he was that guy. Now I'm hearing that the Netflix thing with Pacquiao and him, it's a lot of things going on.
Then there's Manny Pacquiao, a man who shared the biggest stage with Floyd. When he speaks, people listen. And when asked about comebacks and exhibitions, his answer was simple. It's for money. No drama.
No explanación.
Just honesty. And when that statement comes from someone who walked the same path, it strips away the illusion completely. It leaves behind a truth that fans might not want to accept.
How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that. I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself.
Even the business side tells a story. Mayweather Promotions once looked like the future, a powerhouse that would dominate boxing beyond Floyd's career. But now, it feels quieter, less impactful. Fighters are stepping away, building their own brands, creating distance. Not loudly, but noticeably. And in business, silence often speaks louder than announcements. Because when people start moving away quietly, it usually means something behind the scenes isn't working the way it used to.